Hello and welcome back to Rebuild of San Cruz. We are just now flying by the area that we changed last episode, and I have been thinking of which area to do next, and I decided to go over to the other side of the city. We're flying over. We have the downtown area beneath us and the big building here, and the area I'm decided to do is this one. I wanted to do a little bit more of a suburban area, and we bring up the UI here and go in to take a closer look. There is a underground subway station in this area. I think there actually are two. One at the top of it and one almost at the middle. I have plans to change that because I think in these parts above underground is more. And as you see here, there's gonna. Oh, there's Wolfie. Come on, Wolfie, wake up! It's time to play some games. Yep, that's correct. I have now. You see, I have taken away all the buildings here. I am gonna change quite a bit in this area. You see here, there's a subway that's above ground and then going underneath. I'm going to change that so that it goes above ground all the way. It's going to be an elevated subway line going here. And that's park is going to change. It's actually going to go away completely. So, here is the subway line and the station. I actually accidentally took away the end station there. So, what we're gonna do here is I'm looking for some stations, but not that one. I thought I had another elevated station downloaded, but apparently I don't. I have a lot of intercity stations there. I have one elevated station track, but that's just tracks, not the actual station. And that is below ground. So I'm just going to use the normal vanilla elevated station. It's there. And it's going to go here. And this station, I think, mostly serves the area to the south there with the tall buildings that I haven't done yet. I'm going to do that in a later episode, of course. You see how I'm just seeing where to put this station. And I decided that I'm going to put it around where the other station was. So I'm going to remove this park. Okay, now I've removed a little bit too much. Let's put that back. I think it's take away. Oh, I took away everything. Yeah, it's easier to just do it like this, or maybe not easier, but we'll do that anyway. I am gonna put in some other things here later on, so there will still be a park. But what I'm planning is that you see that normal railroad track at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna put in a railway station here also. Okay, the subway station and the railway station won't be really close, but it will still be that you should be able to walk between them without not that much of a hassle. You just take a nice walk through the park, a little bit of a park there. And here I'm seeing where I want to put it. Right around, not there, along the other road. We're gonna put it up here. Oh, come on, put it in now. Not there, on the other side of the road. Yeah. And there will be interchange for both. So there you can change to buses and things like that here too. Of course, I have anarchy on. I'm gonna remove that road. The bus line will be a little mad at me, but that will be fine. I will redraw all the bus lines anyway. That would be an interesting episode when I try to fix all the bus lines and train lines and metro lines and everything. I have a plan of maybe putting in another metro line in the city. Just have to figure out approximately where it's going to go. So here we have elevated, and we're pulling this up a little bit like that. It's going up. Okay, right now we seem to be in the speed build, and you see here we're putting in a train station. I found this suburban station. I think it looks a little bit. It's also quite built. There's a parking lot there, and I think that's quite good to have something like that. And we are gonna get this parking lot looking a little bit better. And so there will be the train line. Adjust it a little bit, and the same here. I can't do that, but I could have bought that area and did it, but I didn't feel like it. Maybe I'll change it a little bit later if I ever buy that area. The fact is, when I started the game with to load the map, at first it didn't want to load at all. It just crashed, and then I did it again, and it crashed, and then I had to restart my computer, and then the map wanted to load. So I feel a little bit nervous here for the game. I'm hoping that I will be able to load it next time I go into the map. You see here, I'm removing all the zoning. There will be mostly residential in this area, not as much commercial as it was before. And there will be, here I'm putting in the elder care home, moving that one. I'm actually going to move it yet one more time, because that area will be where this school is going, and that I couldn't put in any other area. I'm moving the road here a little bit to, oh come on, there you go. And I'm actually gonna put the high school that you see there. I'm gonna put it right next to, almost like into that big elementary school. I was looking for some high school to put, but I just really think that these actually fit quite good together. But as I see it, this is that the high school is actually the elementary school, and the elementary school is actually a high school, even though it's not like that. But I think that's the way it fits the best together. The big school is the high school. Here I'm putting in a baseball field, and it's, as always in the city, quite a slope everywhere. So I'm not doing that in this episode, but I'm putting a retaining wall around that later to make it look a little better. But I just put in a pedestrian path so you can walk from the subway station. And you see on the other side there is actually the monorail station. So you can choose here if you wanna, when you wanna go to school, if you wanna take the subway and walk, or take the monorail and just cross the road. And now we're gonna choose here to put in some buildings, and I'm just looking around trying to figure out which buildings I want to use. It's gonna be a little bit of lower, not as much tall buildings, and I just feel like this area there is quite a lot of beach here, so I thought I do like this area with some small multi-apartment buildings along this like this. It's like a more upbeat area, or I don't know how to say it, a more high value area. Just moving the buildings to make it look a little bit better. And they have like a nice view over the sea, over the ocean. And then we are heading in towards and to see which kind of buildings I can use. I'm putting in some of the more high rises here in this area because it's like towards another high rise, more developed area there. So and like along the avenue, and some. I thought I was going to put that, but then I decided to actually use the same buildings as down by the beach there, along here, I think. Yeah, a similar type of building along this avenue here. And we have smaller ones here. So you see I put in them like not straight in front of each other. So I actually get like a nice view of from all of the buildings. And here is I put in some smaller row houses or something like that. Yeah. Because as I see it, when cities grow like this, in mind that there are, as I said before many times, there are like developers buying up pieces of land and then they build very similar houses in those pieces of land. One developer decides, I want to build this, and then another one comes in and I want to build this. So we put in some more of these high rises along here. And I have to go back to those buildings I had before. I'm going to put in some other ones here, like along. I think that looks pretty cool along there. I want to put in, I want to have some other building here at the end. Or no, I didn't put in another building. Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'll do it later. I don't know. We'll see. And here another little develop area starts with different buildings. Even though it might look like a mishmash right now, but in the end I think it looks pretty cool. And this is like maybe the last part of the city that's actually being built, and the area is there are people living here, but it's not quite finished with all the gardens and things like that. Haven't really been developed. I see it as people just moved in to all of this, into this development, and haven't really done much with their gardens. I mean, maybe I can decorate it a little bit later to make it look like some people have done more to their gardens and others haven't. You see, they have a child daycare center there. I'm actually gonna move that later. And here I'm just redrawing some roads. I didn't feel like it quite fit. And I think that there will be some more building work done in this area in another episode. Even though this episode isn't that long, but I felt that what I did now was quite enough to get the feeling for the area, and then when I go back to it and start with the detailing work, I can put in some more buildings where that I think that suits. And yes, as usual, very hilly. I'm trying to smooth it out a little bit here. And here's yet another area with other buildings. I just found this building. I thought they looked pretty cool, so I decided to use them. That is the fun part of just plopping buildings down. Actually, that you can choose what kind of buildings you want, so you can do any kind of building anywhere. if you let the game do it, and they just put in all kinds of random buildings. I just imagine with all the buildings I have downloaded now, the city will be such a mishmash of buildings. It would look kind of horrible, because the game would just take any building it liked and just put it in anywhere. Okay, I can make a dedication that this area should have these kind of buildings and this area should have these kind of buildings, and that is kind of fun to do if you want to grow the city fast, as I did before with the city. Just let the game do it. But I wanted to try and do this with the ploppable. Haven't really done that before, so yeah, it's kind of fun to do that too. Here we're putting in a little bit another area, and I decided to take away that building to get a road in here, and still this pedestrian. It's this zonable pedestrian road, and that actually gives access for houses to work properly. Cars can drive on this road and here is some I put in some more row houses along this area, the little development area. And it was actually when I finished recording this episode and I looked at the area, I thought, now I'm done. And then I realized, there are areas that I haven't done yet. But by then I thought, no, I will do that in a later episode. You see here, I'm trying to figure out what to do with the park. I am taking away one of these roads and putting in some more of pedestrian roads. It will be very interesting to see how this actually functions in the game. I extend the park a little here. And I put in some entrances. I'm going to make, I didn't do it in here now, but I'm going to do it. And it actually won't cost anything to go into this park. Otherwise, you can go from the subway to into the park for free. But if you want to go through some areas, you can go for free, and other areas won't. And I see here I'm putting it down a little to try to hide the road from the entrance there. But I did and I put just decorating a little bit here. Said I want to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. I actually think I put that playground on top of the benches I just put down. So here we are putting in some a little bit of a commercial area. Let's put that building inside. And as I only have these little bit old style commercial buildings, it's just it will be these. Just try to level the ground a little bit here. Just trying to find some. I'm putting in a service station here. I try to find a building that might fit, and I think that this one actually fits pretty good, and it looks kind of cool there under the subway. And there will be on the other side there more I think more commercial, but I'll see what I do, because I would like to download some more assets for that, but on the other hand, I don't know if my computer can handle more assets. And this area here and the other area there I think will be developed when I come back to this area. But for right now, this is the area, and I think it looks pretty cool there with the houses and some other taller buildings there, and the baseball stadium and that school. So that would be it for this episode, and have a nice day.